Hi, this is Zak Mir with the US Chart Breakers here at Zak's Traders Cafe for Wednesday, the 21st of June. Starting off with the S&P as usual, and we had our old target there, 43.60, which was ideally by the end of next month, but obviously came a bit earlier. Hoping now that the 43.60 area will come in support for this market, and above that looking for a fresh leg to the upside, perhaps as high as 4,700 over the next 1 to 2 months, something like that kind of time frame. Obviously it could be a bit quicker if we get a decent tailwind, but obviously come up a long way already. On to the stocks, and starting off here with ATI, and decent looking base here for the shares. We've got a falling wedge and just trying to break out of that falling wedge now. Already above the 50-day moving average, that resistance line there from January around $13, so an end of day close above that. We could be looking at a 1 to 2 month target as high as $28 at the top of that broadening triangle from back in November last year. This stage only well below the 50-day line, say that's around the $11.50 area, but only below that really, delaying the breakout scenario. Moving along to a stock which has trend lines drawn on it like bicycle wheel spokes, CXAI. And here we've had the chart providing, well, at least the 200-day and 50-day moving averages providing a support area there around $9.30. But in recent times, the floor of the current formation, $10.50, and above that, looking for the old December resistance line projection as high as $16 by the end of next month. But wouldn't be surprised if there's lots of volatility in the $11 to $13 area with that particular stock. One of the regulars on the chart breakers is CleanSpark, and it's good to see that it's making some progress here. We've got the shares having had a bear trap rebound from below a rising 50-day line. That's around $4. Above that, we're looking for up to $5.70 by the end of next month, within a rising trend channel really, which has been in place since September last year. That line there, probably not one that's really very helpful at the moment, so it's really a rising trend channel with those two lines like that, based near the 200-day moving average around $3.20. Onto a stock which has been a bit of a mover over the recent past. We've got LYRA Therapeutics, and here breaking the 200-day moving average at $3.30. Above that, we're looking for $5 by the end of next month, especially after the unfilled gap to the upside that we had through the 200-day line, and with that saucer reversal that's been in place basically since December. So beautiful saucer shape there, and rising 50-day line on LYRA, and really looking for $5 relatively quickly there. Another frequent flyer here is coming up next, Marathon Digital Holdings. It's always good when that happens because it means the charting is working. Here we've got a rising trend channel since the beginning of December, top of the channel there heading towards $16, and looking for that by the end of next month, especially while we're above the 50-day moving average, rising now around $9.80. Ideally, there's no price action now back below 1070, which was May-June resistance, or previous May-June resistance for the shares. Stock which is only a recent addition to the portfolio of US chart breakers is MGOL Global, and it looks as though we've got an interesting pattern here. We've been shooting for a $6 zone target, maybe as soon as the end of next month, within a rising trend channel base, which has been in place since February. Very nice consolidation that we've got here at the moment above the 50-day line. Really finding support near the $2 level. Above that, looking for that $6 level over the next 1 to 2 months. End of day close above recent resistance, obviously at $2.77 would be a nice trigger for a potential move to the upside. Stock of the year by perhaps quite some margin is NVDA, and here we've got a situation where we were looking for $450 initially, and then up to $500 maybe as soon as the end of next month. Recent support around the mid 420s, so above 420, 450, and then maybe up to 500 by the end of next month at the current rate of progress. If we break the mid 420s, then obviously there's a risk of a test back down to the $400 area, but we're not really expecting anything much lower than that at this point. Another stock which gets plenty of airtime here is RIOT Platforms, and here we've got a situation where the shares have bounced off a support line there from back in the beginning of March. At that support area around $9.80. Above that, we're looking for up to $15 by the end of next month at a resistance line projection from the middle of last year, in fact May last year. So let's see if shares of RIOT platforms can deliver on that. Decent move at the moment involving Virgin Galactic, and here we had the gap, we had a rather sharp move through the 200-day moving average around $4.60. Above that, looking for the top of that rising trend channel from September as high as $8 by the end of next month. And ideally now we stay above $5.20, which was the May peak area for the shares. Another favourite here at the US chart breakers is SOUN, and apart from having a cute name, we've also had a decent turnaround for the stock. Here we've got a rising trend channel in place in September, looking for $6 by the end of next month, especially after the latest break to the upside that we've seen. And ideally hoping that the shares don't go back below the neckline resistance around $3.40, so above $3.40, looking for up to $6 on SOUN. Just the last two now. First is Tesla, which has probably overachieved on our goals, the recent goals for the shares. So we're looking for 240 initially, then up to 290, and it could be the case that we hit 290 even as soon as the end of this month. The shares managed to break through 290. There's a fresh level to look at now, which is a May resistance line projection from last year as high as $360, and hopefully we'll see that within the next 2 months at the current rate of progress. This stage only really well below the 250 area, really questioning the ongoing move to the upside. Finishing off with VERA, and here the stock is making a decent push above the 200-day moving average, around $12.50. Above that, looking for the top of that rising trend channel from November up to $23, perhaps by the end of August, and hopefully much sooner than that, given the speed of the ascent that we're seeing now. Very strong signal there going through the 200-day line and then testing it successfully. That's it from me today. More updates tomorrow.